A very good morning and thanks for clicking on to the Thursday edition of Rogan's European Outlook. We're very quickly coming towards the end of September and up until now, of course, one of, if not possibly the warmest September on record for the British Isles. Just incredible how persistent this pattern has been. In fact, when you take into consideration the average temperature for July and August, when all's said and done, this September is probably going to wind up above what you would expect during July and August, and I think September is turned out warmer than August has been. So when you boil down some of the numbers, like it's been a pretty remarkable month. It really has. But we are in transition mode. I've been talking about this now for the previous couple of videos. The remnants of Odette crossed Iceland a few days ago. 127 mile per hour wind gust on an island just off the south coast of Iceland. We've seen frequent snow showers throughout the course of the daytime in the capital Reykjavik, and very, very bleak conditions there, that's for sure. But you can see here, this is off the GFS. Here is the system that was once Odette, holding together pretty strong, but may I add, I think the pressure did drop into the 950s millibars, but it's still a very compact, very deep area of low pressure, and it's located not that far off Svalbard in Norway. Here you can see just to the north of the centre, the island of Svalbard. But certainly what this is doing is it's transporting heat from the tropics into the Arctic region. What that's doing is that is what's going to force essentially the jet and the storm track to push further south as we push in the next week. Up until now, and even with this feature, we've had a glancing blow. Now you can see here to the southwest of the UK, just north of the Azores. Now, granted, this map is tilted to the left here, so you've got the UK here, we've got Spain, we've got Greenland, Iceland, and the Arctic region here. So basically, unfortunately, the chart is focused actually on North America. So we're at a slight angle when you're looking at the west of Europe here. So if you can understand the chart, if you're familiar with it, you'll know what you're looking at. But certainly up until now, the Azores high has been strong, and therefore it has allowed the storm track to be further north. So we've had strong winds through the Outer Hebrides, through the northwest of Scotland. Frontal system associated with that low did cross during the course of yesterday, bringing some very heavy rain and gusty winds. That feature is now pushing out. We've got the effects of another area of low pressure. And generally speaking, with an area of low pressure off Greenland and that 1030 high to the southwest of the UK, you've got a natural squeeze in the isobars anyway. So we're seeing fairly windy conditions associated with the setup here. But what we're seeing, and this is quite important because this explains why we're going to start to see the jet heading further south. Now, if we go back to the start of the map, what you'll see is a slight curl in the colors, in the color scheme of the chart here, and that basically is representing that remnants of Odette here. So it's positioned here, right here, if you can see the cursor here. And what we've got is we've got the colder air coming in on the back side of that system through Iceland. But what we're also seeing is warmer from the North Atlantic, pushing through the UK, as you can see here, through Scandinavia, and up around and hooking round the top of that low. So that low, in a sense, is actually pulling warm air from the Atlantic and transporting it right round the circulation and into the Arctic region. What's that doing? It's what it's doing to the atmosphere. It's building pressure. When you add heat into the high latitude region, you're transporting, you're building the high pressure system. What that's going to do is it's going to essentially start to put pressure on the atmosphere downstream. So see down through Greenland and down into the Atlantic, the North Atlantic on the western side, what you're doing is you're piling the air up over the Arctic region and forcing it south back again. And what you're doing is you're increasing the dynamic contrast and increasing the strength of the jet stream, and therefore you're going to essentially force that storm track further south. And that's exactly what Odette's doing. Is it's building high pressure. We're going to start to see the Arctic oscillation, as you can see here, going into a negative mode. So we're tanking, and that is a direct reason and direct response to that system pushing into the Arctic region here. And you can even see that here with the North Atlantic oscillation as well. Exact same thing. You can see, excuse me, you can see that the NAO and the AO is going negative in response to that singular system here. So that is very interesting indeed. And then, as you can see here, this is the jet stream chart. As we skip through the loop, you can see the kind of twists and the turns of the jet here in association with low pressure. But as we skip through to next week, you see the jet starting to strengthen, and it's taken that more crucial southerly track. Up until now, it's been riding across the top of the north of the UK, but it's going to start to, as high pressure builds over the Arctic region, puts pressure on it, we're going to start to see the storm track getting forced south naturally. And next week, even England and Wales, where they've largely escaped any kind of autumnal weather, that's going to start to push in. How long this pattern lasts is going to be the golden question. I'm not 100% sure of that just yet. But it's interesting to see how the evolution of the pattern, of course, that is the key reason why I like to do these videos. I've got my weather my weather website, is because I like to explain why things are happening. Not so much it's raining or it's windy or it's snowing or it's sunny. I like to explain the evolution of why we get to that. So a little bit more interesting compared to what we've had, of course, in recent weeks here, and hopefully that will continue as we go forward. So if you did enjoy the video, please hit the like button, also subscribe, and also hit the bell for notifications of further videos here. So hope you have a great rest of your Thursday, and I'll be back in the next couple of days with more. Bye for now.